Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick review here on the Maratac TPF, the AA variant. Whoops, already off to a great start. Anyway, so I just took it apart already just to show you everything that can be disassembled on it. I don't want to take the clip off just because I don't really have any need to, but you can take these off and swap them. It might scratch up the finish though a little bit, be warned on that. So right off the bat, I'll give you some specs on this. It weighs 0.7 ounces with no battery in it, and with a battery in it, it's, you know, depending on what you use, it usually comes out to right around an ounce or just shy of that. Diameter is pretty much just a little bit more than your standard AA battery. I think it's something like 0.75 inches in diameter. Nothing too crazy, less than an inch. I think that's great. Yep, so it comes apart into three sections. You've got the tail cap, which has a spring right there, which is not going to come out anytime soon. I think they screw in a little retaining ring right there. Let me see if we can focus in on that. Yeah, as you can see, there's like a little retainer in there for the spring, which is nice, because then you won't lose it and have to have it bouncing everywhere and chasing it around. Yep, so that screws right on, just like that. And then we have the head of the flashlight. Obviously these are 90-degree angle flashlights, or sorry, right angle flashlights. They have about, I want to say 105 degrees of beam throw, so I probably should stop calling them 90-degree angle flashlights. Yeah, so the insides of it, this is the circuit board. I'm not going to take that out for you, just because I don't have the right tools for that, but as far as I can tell, it works really well. I've never had a problem with this short-circuiting. I've never had a problem with it, you know, turning on too soon. It comes together really well. The fit and finish on it is fantastic. Yeah, so as you can see, this is a Cree G2 emitter in here. Now this thing is a beast when it comes to flood lighting. These throw not well at all. It's all flood. There's not even a metal reflector in there. There's just this nice dome lamp lens, and it does a really good job of, you know, spilling out the flood. And there's a stainless steel ring to sort of fortify it, reinforce it, whatever you want to say. Now the lens has been treated with an AR coating. I've never been able to tell the difference between AR and non-AR when they're, you know, across different flashlights. I'm sure if I tried the same model with and without an AR lens, it would probably be apparent, but as far as I can tell, there's not much difference. The lens has done a really good job at not scratching up quite a bit. Yeah. The anodizing, you know, it's anodized aluminum. You're going to get wear on it. As you can see, I'm starting to get that on this. Yeah. On the top it says Maratac RAA. So if that really tickles your fancy, I guess that's a good thing. Now, you can tell right there, I just had it on, there's a little bit of glow-in-the-dark material surrounding the emitter. So I'll just charge it up here real quick. And as you can see, it glows pretty decently bright. When it's nighttime, this glows for an adequate amount of time. It's not crazy long, but you don't really need it super long. If you drop it, you're going to be looking for it right away. And if it's not on, you'll probably find it anyway because of this glow. Yeah. So to turn this on, you do need to twist it, but right now, as you can see, this isn't working because I don't have this all the way screwed down. This is how I use them. I like to keep the tail cap slightly unscrewed so I can, you know, use this, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But you can use either one, you know, if you want to tighten this all the way down. Yeah, because it's anodized, that works. That is not the case on the AAA model, but that's, you know, for a different video. The modes you get with this are low, medium, and high, in that order. On low, you get about 5 lumens for 100 hours. On medium, you get 40 lumens for 7 hours, and on high, you get 135 lumens for an hour and a half, so 90 minutes, which is pretty good. And I think with rechargeables, you'll probably get a longer runtime at the sacrifice of a little bit less light output, which is not a big deal. You know, you're still going to get a good amount from this. Now the clip rotates pretty freely, so if you need to adjust it in any way, you can go ahead. I like to keep this tightened down and lined up with a clip, which, you know, works out so I don't have to just readjust it every time I turn it on or when I put it on my backpack, which is how I carry it. For me, these aren't in the pocket EDC flashlights where I'm pointing with them and using them a ton. Light like this is really meant for, in my opinion, you know, hands-free use if you're going to clip it onto something so that it can be used in the place of a headlight. You know, I don't like wearing headlights. They're not really, or headlamps, sorry. I don't find them very comfortable, and I haven't found one that I particularly like. They take more batteries than I'm willing to put into them, at least, you know, again, the ones that I've had experience with. So this works really well, fits the bill. These were, I don't know if these are kind of an experiment from CountyComm and Maratac, but I like them. If they keep making them, I'm sure I'll pick up some different models of them. I already have the other model of the stainless AAA, and I'm liking that one too very much. I think this is definitely the size to go with. This is a really good size for what you get, and it clips really nicely onto a backpack strap. It's not the strongest pocket clip, but it does a really good job holding it in place, and I, you know, depending on how I put my backpack strap on, it's never been a problem, you know, getting snagged on anything or coming loose. Only if you really mess up putting on your backpack, which, you know, that's kind of on you at that point. Yeah. So that's really all I've got to say on this. I'll just give you some close-up shots of the knurling, which works really well. I really like the knurling on the aluminum ones much more than the stainless steel, and I think that's just a consequence of the milling process. I think it's easier to do on aluminum than it is on steel. I could be wrong, so feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it works out much better here. And the tail cap, sorry, the tail cap is actually really nice. It sticks out a little bit more. It's a little bit more pronounced than the other model, and it's easier to grab. It's a good, you know, feels easy enough to use. It's got this nice, almost like a blood groove in there. I don't know what the specific purpose of that is, but it looks nice and it came out well. So, yeah. That's all I've really got for this video. You can find these at CountyComm. I don't know where else you'll be able to find them. They're kind of infrequently popping up on eBay sometimes, but that's about it as far as I can tell. So yeah, I'd recommend it. I think they're great, and I'll keep you updated if anything changes with it. So until then, I guess I'll see you next time.